What's something you thought about the opposite sex that turned out to be false?
I found out women really don't like this nice guy R&B stuff. They hate this.
I was told that men are rational, they're logical, and I found out that's not true.
The biggest lie that I was told, and it really broke my heart, and that lie is that chicks dig the long fall. You know what I'm saying?
No, you didn't. I had to learn about women from experience. I thought that a man could move in such a way that it would change the woman.
That's not true?
No, I don't think it's true.
That's
I know.
crazy.
What's something you thought about the opposite sex that turned out to be false? Like when you were younger, you're like, girls, they like this, they want this, or they're this. And you got older, you're like, that's a lie, right? Or guys, in your case, right? So, I mean, I think you said you had something.
Yeah. You know, I grew up a man of a certain age. I'm heavy on the 90s R&B culture, you know, coming out of the 80s. And I was like, man, that's the kind of man I have to be. But as I started growing up, I found out women really don't like this nice guy R&B stuff. They hate this. So I pivoted and became a supervillain. And then they're like, why won't you call me? And so, okay, this works. So then I became Thanos. Gotta do what works. It's not a moral judgment. I'm just doing what works. So yeah, I found that out, you know. So don't be a nice guy. Be kind, but don't be nice.
Okay. S&M.
Wow. I'm almost like, how do I follow up after something like that? It's like, you do sound villainous, sir. So
I just admitted it.
villainous.
Being
However,
accountable, basically.
I
Yes.
appreciate
As
that.
fuck, by the way.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
An
I
accountable
appreciate
villain, by the way.
I appreciate that because you know what? It kind of leads to what I thought about men growing up. So I was told that men are this way, they're rational, they're logical, and I found out that's not true. Not all men are rational. Not all men are logical. There's a lot of irrationality in these streets, especially when we talk about a certain group of men, but we're going to hold that off. So all I'm going to say is what I thought was true turned out not to be true. And as a matter of fact, I found that women tend to be more logical in certain situations than men, despite the rumors that men, aka the stereotype, that men are the logical creatures and therefore they're the ones that we're supposed to always listen and follow. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I was trying to figure out what areas where women are more logical than men are.
You said what areas?
Yeah, what areas? Yeah, like we're curious.
Life.
And that's the answer you would get from a woman.
That's
right.
That
So,
life
let me-
is an area.
so-
That's right
Because
there.
what I'm saying is that
And
we're
then-
more logical and rational in all areas. So, for example, with pain management, I'm going to give an example then to be more specific. Let's talk about pain. So, men apparently are supposed to be strong and tough and so forth, actually have a very low tolerance for pain. As soon as you catch a cold, next thing you know, you shriveled up looking like a crackhead, crying and shit, and wanting the woman to take care of you. Whereas the woman, when for pain management, cold type stuff, she may be like, okay, let me take this and get moving, whereas men need to be babied and cuddled and so forth. But let's talk about the thought process behind it, right? So women automatically say, we got to move forward. We got to keep going. We got to keep pushing because we got this, and this to do. Whereas men literally stop and say, okay, I can't do anything because I need to be babied and taken care of. Where's my chicken noodle soup? And that's just one aspect of pain management.
Okay, so this is so great, right? Because we're talking about logic here, and she talked about pain tolerance, right? Making the argument that women are more logical.
Because we recognize what we need to do.
I'm not making no judgment here. You guys out there watching it all, if you can follow the logic of what you
All I'm saying is we recognize we have a list of things that we still need to do and we keep moving forward. And as a matter of fact,
that's persistence. That sounds great, but that's we naming
I
pain
advocate
tolerance,
against it.
pain management, and
It's
persistence.
not logic.
As an example, I said life in
Man.
general,
Matter of
sir.
fact, your answer is
That was-
illogical.
Yeah.
It's all good. Go ahead. What's your
And
thought?
chicken noodle soup or something.
It's all good. Go ahead. What's your thought?
Wow, this was a tough one for me because I had to learn about women from experience. Had two brothers, a mom, a single mom, whatever. So she didn't teach me about girls. My dad died early. He didn't teach me about girls. So I didn't have a lot of misconceptions other than what I saw on TV, which was I thought that a man could move in such a way that it would change the woman. that he could, he could see something in her that maybe wasn't quite what she was presenting, but he could see a little deeper, and he could love that and bring that out of her. You know what I mean? And that's not no.
That's not true?
No, I don't think it's true.
That's
I
crazy.
No, I think people are who they are, man, and you just get them for that, or you leave them alone. That's I'm gonna love you out of this. I'm gonna love you through this. No, it's Hollywood, bro. Cut. End scene.
See, I think you're using the wrong L word there.
Okay.
It's not love, it's leverage.
Mm.
That's what I think changes behavior. I think if you, as a man, want to change behavior and you think R&B loving her down is going to get it, nah.
No.
What's going to do it, though, is leverage. And I feel like maybe men don't know that and they don't use it enough in order to see changed behavior. So I'm going to use that L word.
Profound. I like that. I like that.
I mean, I'm here to serve my brother. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here to help, leverage, right? It's more letters, but it gets the job done. You know what I'm saying? But for me, the biggest lie that I was told, and it really broke my heart when I learned this, right? Because as a kid, you watch it on TV and you feel like this is what you should aspire to. And then one day you realize, oh shit, I got it, but the response isn't what you thought it was going to be. And that lie is that chicks dig the long ball. You know what I'm saying?
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
You say that was fake news.
I can't even follow that up with a comment. I'm just going to... I'm not.
They're like, lost a little bit. No. So, as a guy, you think that, you're supposed to be stomping with the big dogs, right? And like, that's going to be a thing that women gravitate to until you realize that many of them don't. In fact, they run oftentimes. It's like, wait a minute, I thought this was what you wanted. So.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Is that not why you are here? So yeah, sorry, I took a season 4 turn.
Yes, it got dark.
But I feel like chicks don't take the long ball, Yeah, it was very disappointing. Okay, I'm gonna just stop now.
Yeah, Lord have mercy.